All right, everybody, welcome to the JK Theory. Here we give it to you raw and uncut. No topic is left untouched, no stone is left unturned. We don't sugarcoat here. We give it to you the way that we feel is right, always with a comedic twist. So even those serious topics, put them on the back burner. We gonna laugh today, all right, people? So I'm Jay,
I'm K.
and this is the JK Theory. So man, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Do It Combs gets arrested. Finally. My God. What are your thoughts, man? Why do you think they picked him up now, today?
Hell, I don't know. They should have picked his ass up a long time ago. But
Bro, it's nuts. With all the accusations, and there's videos of him chilling on the beach,
mm-hmm,
going on vacations,
mm-hmm,
chilling at the bar.
mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Like, I don't know if you believe in numerology, but it is interesting where today's date is September 16th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 plus 16 plus 24 is 49. It's 49 days till his birthday. I want to say it's 49 days till his 49th birthday.
I
So I
think it
don't know.
is pretty
That's,
nice.
yeah, I don't know. That's some sort of coincidence, but I'm just going to put that out in the universe there. That is pretty suspicious. So I don't know. Do you think it has something to do with Pac's case, or do you think he's going to be involved in that?
I don't think this directly is the Pac case yet, but I do know Pac's family has an investigator on him
Mm.
to see what his involvement is for Pac's murder. I do know that much. I think this case, though, is for racketeering and sex trafficking. I do believe that's what they're getting him right now for.
So I don't know. Like I get the whole racketeering, the RICO, right?
Yeah.
But when we think, I mean, for me, I guess I'm gonna say when I think of RICO, I'm thinking you moving weight, right? Like you selling, you Scarface up in here, Tony Montana. But I think in his case, it's just I'm gonna be in this state. I want to make sure I got my shit. Bring it down. So I don't. I know where they're coming from, Rico case, but Rico's a big ass umbrella these days, and you can
It
put a
does.
lot of shit under it.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't. I think that's just pushing that envelope to trying to put more years on them. But what was the other case you said?
Sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking. That's kind of an interesting one too, because I don't know, man. They as the government
Yeah.
say that
Hmm.
if you pay for somebody's flight
Yep.
to go from here to there
Hmm.
and you end up having sex, that's
That's
sex
extra.
trafficking.
Yes.
Well, motherfuckers, people been doing that shit for many years. That ain't nothing new. That's
No.
a Friday night. Like, what is you talking
Pretty
about?
much.
Like, I don't know. Is there something more sinister that we don't know about, or?
But that's the charges that they're. That's what they're saying. They're not. They haven't actually said what he's being charged for yet. That's the assumption at the moment is what he's being charged for. Like so, there's probably a lot of stuff on him that they have. That's why they arrested him because just like anybody high profile, you have to make sure you have evidence galore or people are going to throw the case out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not going to happen because Puffy has money. So when somebody arrests you like that, that means they have something that they can go off of that they think they can charge you with. And that's pretty much I'm pretty sure that's what happened now that they got enough evidence where they like, okay, yeah, we can nail his ass.
So I don't know, man. I guess to the average Joe, right? If your house gets raided, you going to jail. Like they locking your ass up.
Right, yeah.
They raided his house months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened. No
No.
charges were brought up. The
Mm-hmm.
guy was walking, free man.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, they pick him up today. Would you be shocked if he walks out of there?
No,
Tomorrow morning?
no, because I don't think they can keep him. Um, I think this is just the charges, and to let him know, buddy, you have a court case coming up, type thing. We got something on you. You might have to make a deal or something like that. But I mean, hey, he got a lot of stuff that's going on in his life right now, so he being sued left and right.
So theory time at the JK theory.
Yep.
Theory. This is not what's going on. So
Right.
allegedly, YouTube, right? What would you say if all this is just a big ass scare tactic? Like, look, he knows he's fucked. Why hasn't he left the country? I don't know. But he's damn sure a flight risk because the man can pick up in the drop of a hat and go anywhere in the world, right?
Mhm.
He's catching a bad rep. Nobody wants to sit next to him. Nobody wants to take a picture with him. Nobody wants anything to do with him.
Right.
Let's scare the shit out of him. Let's press him. Let's grab him. Let's see what he does. Let's see what his next move is. Because I'm sorry, I strongly believe this man is being surveillanced like on some like huge CIA terroristic kind of a thing. And I think that they don't have enough to put a solid case. If they take him to trial now and he's judged by a jury of his peers, it's just going to be an emotional trial because you know they're going to, as very well as they should, they're going to play that Cassie video. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah.
they're
Definitely.
they're going to try to fix the jury like, you know, let's make sure we pick moms. Let's make sure we pick, you know, dads that are, you know, married, that have children. Let's, you know, try to push that. Because I don't think there's a jury in the world you're going to hire that's just not going to have judgment on Puff. There's no way, dude. Everybody's going to have their misconception. Everybody knows about it. I've seen about it. There's people that I know that are family, that are friends, that can't name a Puffy song, but they know the Cassie video.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be hard to, find somebody that don't really know Puffy like that. If I was on jury, I'd be like, that nigga guilty. Uh, the first 5 seconds, but that's just me.
Well, you have to get through jury duty. You have to get through the.
I wouldn't. They wouldn't even let me on the process because I'd be like,
Would you
guilty.
try to play or no?
I would probably act like I don't know anything about Puffy, but just so I can get on the jury to say he's guilty. But that's just me.
They'll ask you, Kay, do you know Sean Puffy Combs? Like, oh yeah, he's that Cheeto guy, right? The potato chip company guy. Okay, yeah, I know. Puff, does he have vapes? I think he has a vape line. Yeah.
He probably does have a vape line, actually.
If he don't, man, he dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, for real.
Name's Puff, motherfucker.
That should have been your thing. That should have been your first thing.
Right? You should have had a line of cigars.
Right? He didn't produce himself well. But I do think that I think they have more videos like that with Cassie. I really do. I think they have a bunch of his tapes that they're going to use. It's probably some stuff in there because the FBI is not just going to arrest you if they don't have anything. That's not how they work. They go after the big people. They go after.
I don't know. It makes sense what you're saying, but we've seen it with the Irv Gotti case. They didn't have shit. They didn't have shit on them.
The Irv Gotti case is a little bit different though.
But they had nothing. They had nothing.
Here's the thing though that people don't understand with the Irv Gotti case. They wasn't trying to get Irv Gotti. They didn't care about Irv Gotti.
They were trying to get Preem, but
they was trying to get Preem. Like Irv Gotti, they just wanted to stop the money so Preem couldn't have. That's what the Irv Gotti case was. They didn't want him. They didn't care about him. He was a nobody to them. They wanted Preem, and that's what they got. That's how they That's how they kind of slowed it down because they stopped his money. So they got who they wanted. He was just like
Funding,
middleman.
right? Backup, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Oh my God. You were ready for this theory? You ready for this theory?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
We have no idea how far back this has been going on, right?
Right.
But I recall
Mm-hmm.
a music video with Puff and R. Kelly.
I know that video.
Could you imagine the video on that shit? The video on that shit.
I mean, would you be surprised?
I don't know. I don't know. I know R. Kelly's been doing a lot of singing videos in jail. I don't know if he's talking about Puff or if anybody's mentioned it, but come on, people. Let's go back. Somebody's got to ask that question. R. Kelly, answer the question on the JK theory. Has anything went down? Has anything happened? Have you witnessed anything?
I mean, he can't say nothing because that implicates himself even more.
Motherfucker's in jail living the Hollywood life. He ain't never getting out. What they gonna do? Give him double life, triple life?
Yeah, he's not getting out, and he shouldn't. Fuck him.
Yep, done. So at this point, he ain't got nothing to lose,
He
and
don't.
probably a shit ton to gain, because they gonna cut his estate some money, or I don't know how it works. I don't think they can give him money, but they can give his estate money.
He can give his kids money.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So that's a book deal. That's a movie deal. That's a series. That's something. That's come on. Let's just roll it back. So
Okay.
he's got songs with R. Kelly.
He does.
Him and Fat Joe go way back.
Talking about Puff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Like way back.
Mm-hmm.
Joe ain't never seen nothing.
They're not gonna. These people are not gonna talk.
You can't tell me it's for respect for Puff. I think they're not gonna talk because they're dirty as hell too.
I think it's just the street code. You don't help cops. Like they're not gonna help cops. They're not gonna help you solve your case. That's your job. I'm not getting paid to help you solve your case.
Out of all the rappers, I could see Joe following street code.
Yes.
I could see that. I could see Fifth following street code.
That he ain't gonna care.
But no. Right, because it's fun. However, all these other rappers, they don't give two shits.
No, I do agree. I think it's a lot of snitches in rap. Hell, they snitch on themselves all the time. So,
So before the De Leon thing happened and Puff was, dropped and did all this,
yeah,
Mace was doing a lot of talking, and now Mace is shut up.
Mace still says stuff here and there though. Like
he'll touch base on what he's already said.
Yes.
But come on, dude. You can't tell me ain't no videos with Mace.
I mean, maybe.
There's got to be something there. Where the fuck is 112?
Haven't heard from them in a long time. But people on Bad Boys, the ones that signed that disclosure, they can't say anything. So most of the people, they got their publishings back. They're not allowed to talk. The ones that didn't, the Aubrey's, the Audrey, is her name Audrey? I think her name is Audrey.
I think it's Audrey. Audrey O'Day, I think.
Yeah, Audrey O'Day. Her, she didn't sign the paper, so she, like we said on the other one, she's been talking for the longest of time. Like, she's always said something about Puffy. Always. People just ignored her. So she didn't sign that paper. I'm pretty sure they're going to call her into a trial if that comes to that. You know what I'm saying? His ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, he didn't sign the disclosure. I think half the stuff he says is bullshit, but...
I could be wrong, but I swore that I heard somewhere maybe last year, 2 years ago,
Hmm.
that yes, you can sign the NDA,
Yeah.
but if it goes to trial, the NDA is not valid. You can talk. If you're summoned to go to court or you're willing to testify, that NDA goes out the window.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think
Oh.
once it goes to trial,
Mm.
you can sing like a bird.
Oh, wow. Then he's
So,
screwed.
but there's so many people that are just you don't hear anything. Like if
Right.
you really reel it back, look at all the members of Danity Kane should be united. They're not.
No. No.
Day 26, you don't hear nothing.
They
One,
they actually they actually just did something with them. An interview, and they were talking about how they got lowballed in pay.
mm. If
They
it well, okay, it was for the show, right? For being on MTV.
It was for the whole thing, like they album and everything.
Oh damn!
They said they said they barely got anything.
Because I do know when it came to the MTV show, he wasn't paying them very much.
No, no. And when the album came out, I don't know if they went gold or platinum or whatever. I do know they sold something, and they said they didn't really get anything. They said they got nothing really.
And you figure it's a group. There's 4 to 5 of
Yep.
them in the group. Like,
Mm.
okay, so you got day 26.
Yep.
You got the band,
Man, yep.
which some of them are talking. I know Fred's very vocal.
I seen his interviews. Yeah.
Where the fuck is Dylon? Dylon.
Dylon said he got screwed when Dave Chappelle made that.
Oh my gosh! I would have came out with a line of guitars. Like,
I mean, he didn't capitalize. That was his fault. He should have capitalized
yeah.
on that. That
Bro,
was his fault.
t-shirts. I would have made shirts.
Everything.
I would have reached out to Chappelle's people. We need to do a skit. We need to do something.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you. That's your fault, bro. You didn't capitalize. You were stupid.
Sorry, I don't know if I heard gunshots or something.
Oh.
Anyway, we got the band. We've got the other group where it's just the two girls. One of them was from Danity Kane, but then this other girl came out of nowhere. Remember?
Oh. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Well,
They did that song with Rick Ross.
Yeah. Dirty Money.
Dirty Money. You got Dirty Money.
Yeah.
You got I can't remember his name. He's the white boy that was with Day 26, but he went solo.
I don't know his name.
You got him. You got Faith Evans.
Yeah.
You got the Locks.
They always complain about their money.
But I'm talking, this ain't even about money. I'm just talking about.
Oh, you talking about what they have seen?
The parties.
I mean,
or even like the rumors. You know what I mean? They're not even talking about rumors.
Not yet.
You know, like I've watched some videos of Denzel Washington, who I love. I got the utmost respect for that man. That guy's classy.
Yeah.
And he'll straight up say, like, there's videos of him. There was one where, you know, he's like, yes, I know these things happen, but I don't know these things happen. Why?
Yeah.
Because I leave at 9:00 and I'm not sticking around to see what goes on.
Facts. Yeah.
So, but he's not denying what's happening, but he's pretty much saying, I'm not here for it. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not here for it. I don't support it. So all these guys party together all the time. You got the hit makers, you know, you got Stevie J, you got what's his name? Oh my God. There was another producer that was around him a lot too. And then you got other people. You got Kim. I don't know if she's loyal, if she's street, or if the lipo and injections and all this has got to her head. But that girl got some stories. She can talk.
I
and
don't.
she hasn't said a thing, and
I don't think.
she's had Puff's back like big
I
time.
don't think Kim is going. Kim is not a talker like that, and unless it has something to do with Big, she don't care.
Yeah, but Kim got, bro.
Oh
She
yeah, yeah,
when
definitely.
she did that prison bid.
Yeah, yeah. But that was on her. Like she didn't want to say anything, so that was like her thing, and she got respect for it because people like, okay, Kim a down ass girl, like we didn't know that in the beginning, but she kept her street cred and all the other stuff. She's not a snitch, but I don't think she really cares for Puffy like that. I never thought she cared for Puffy like that. Uh, I just think that she's not going to say anything unless she finds out that something with Puff is the reason why Big got killed. Then I think she might talk like a bird or sing like a
Well,
bird.
I mean, they did reopen Pac's trial, and Puffy's name has been floating around.
Puffy name has been floating around for Pac's trial for the longest. Like even with the whole reason why I started, and I don't know if we can get into this one day or on what happened with the whole death row and bad boy thing and all this other stuff, but to give people a background on what might have got Pac unalived is the fact that the rumor was that Puffy and Bad Boys put a hit out on the Death Row chain. And so it was those Crips that tried to take one of the Death Row chains with one of the people from Death Row when they was at uh, a mall. And that's how that situation happened, where the guy came up to Pac and told Pac, or he didn't tell Pac, but Pac overheard that he seen the guy that tried to take his chain, and that's when Pac ran over there, had to fight with the dude, and that's the night he got killed. But I think people got the misconception that Pac was trying to be down with the Bloods and trying to show his loyalty. I think he was looking at it more along the lines of, hey, y'all with them over there, y'all are pretty much gunning for me, so I'm going to handle this myself. That's the theory I'm looking at as. Now that might not be the case. I'm saying for this theory, it's mine. I'm looking at it like that. Like, dog, y'all are pretty much gunning for me. So I'm gonna I can show you I can stand up for myself. I don't need all these people type thing. And I
Gotcha.
think that's where the whole thing came from. And it goes back to Puffy, because Puffy is the one that put the hit out on the chain. If he wouldn't have put a hit out on the chain, those situations would have never happened. And Pac and Big will probably still be here today.
Well, I do mention that Puffy's name's been on Pac's trial.
Yeah.
However, the theory of Puff having something to do with Biggie's death has been
Mm-hmm.
circulating a lot more now.
Yes. Yes, it
So
has.
now that that's out in the open, do you think
Mm-hmm.
Kim would actually voice her opinion?
Yes, I do. Because anything that got to do with Biggie, Kim is gonna say something about. That was her dude. Like, you can Faith, Charlie Baltimore, okay, whatever. They are who they are. But for me, Kim was that girl for him. Like, that's the one I would have picked if I was Puffy. I mean, not Puffy, but Biggie, because
Yeah.
Kim is the one that you can tell truly actually loved him for him, like nothing else. She loved him for him, and she's always been the one to have his back till this day. She will
Yeah.
always talk about Big. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even after all the stuff that he did to her, allegedly, she's still 10 toes down for him. So yeah,
She was a ride or die for Big for real.
yeah.
I mean,
I
damn, she went by the notorious Kim. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
That's
so if anybody, if Puffy is indicated in that, yeah, I think Kim will say something. I really do.
so. Here's where it gets kind of weird, right?
Mm.
Because let's say Kim does say something. How do you prove it, bro? How do you prove it? There wasn't camera phones back then. There wasn't
Mm-mm.
like, and even if there was, bro, I grew up on the East Coast. Like, certain people didn't take pictures on purpose. We didn't
Right.
want to be pinpointed that we were here at this time. You know what I
Right.
mean? So how do you prove it? How do you, because an attorney can spin it and say, oh, you just sound like a disgruntled employee.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
willing to say whatever it takes to get back at your former boss.
Right. Which is true. But I will put out there is a video of Biggie getting unalived.
Are you talking about the one where they're across the street in the car and they're recording it?
There, yeah.
Okay, I seen
There,
it once. I can't find it anymore. But
it's,
I
it's
know
on
what you're talking about.
it's on YouTube.
It's two girls that recorded it.
Yeah, I literally just watched it like a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there were people outside. Like there was a lot of people outside because it happened right after the party. Like the party got shut down,
Yeah.
and like 5 minutes later, that incident happened with Big. So it's people that seen stuff. I I guess the one thing that kills me about both of their incidents is how you have police on both sides. You got security on both sides, but they can't give good descriptions on the killer or the alleged killer or the vehicle and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all there for?
Right, because security and a regular person is two different people. Like
Yes. Yeah.
security is trained to know something goes down, I need to pick up the details. I need to know,
Exactly.
we were on this street and that street, and
Yep.
the store, there's a grocery store with the close sign. Like you're
Hmm.
picking up everything that you possibly can. A
Yes.
regular Joe Schmo is like fight or flight. Like I need to duck.
Yep.
I need to.
Hmm.
I didn't see nothing. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
so. Yeah, that's pretty weird. And hearing Gene Deal's retake of everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, where he wasn't driving,
Hmm.
that it was what's his name, D Rock.
Yeah. Yeah. D-Rock was.
When I heard that, I never paid too much mind to it, but it just sounds fishy as heck.
Yeah.
Why is D Rock driving? It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
No sense. And after Big passed,
Hmm.
D Rock and Puff were very close. So, for one, how did they get close? Because D Rock went to jail. He got out.
Yeah.
You know, there was no bond. There's no, and it doesn't make sense for there to be a bond. Puff, Puff is the boss.
Yeah.
Big is an employee.
Yep.
You're gonna be buddy buddy with your employee's friend? Get out
Right.
of here, dude. That it don't add up. D
No.
Rock ain't no ghostwriter. You know what I mean? He's not there writing lyrics with Big. Let's do
Right.
this album. Like there, I
I've
don't know.
never seen an interview with D-Rock.
There's one. There should be one floating around with MTV did it, where they
Okay.
interviewed all Junior Mafia one on one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they need to start looking at D Rock. I don't know if he's still alive,
He
but
is.
they need to start looking at D Rock because that situation don't sound right.
But
So
what
and
would
again, this
D-Rock,
is a theory. So
but I mean, but what would D-Rock benefit from killing his best friend? Like it would make no sense.
there's so many unknowns. D Rock went to jail for Big,
He did.
right? We don't know if he has some hard feelings about that,
But it was his choice.
right? But we don't know. Like theory time, right? Let's say, God forbid, I go to jail for you, right? You my boy, whatever, I'll do it. I'll be out in 3 to 5 years, whatever. You go do your thing.
Right.
But when I go to jail, I'm thinking I'm going to prison A, but I really go to prison B, and I'm getting raped every single day that I'm there. I'm getting jumped every single day that I'm there. I put myself in this situation. to make you look better and you go up and you get the shine. Meanwhile, all this shit's happening to me. And while I'm in jail, people are throwing that shit in my face, and oh, is that your boy? Look at your boy. He's on TV. Oh, he's this, he's that. That's just going to make and create all these bad negative feelings. Revenge has got to cross your mind at some point. Something's got to be there.
I think the situation, your situation, that situation you brought, that's more like on the thing of what Tupac and Biggie had. I don't think that's what the D-Rock thing was, because what the D-Rock situation was like, okay, I'm going to take this bid for you. You got to make it. I put myself in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right? No.
I can't be mad at you for something I put myself.
I get it. But at the same time, it's like, yes, I'm going to take this bid for you because I think I've got my own perception of jail or what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
But it ends up being a fucking nightmare.
But that's not, you can't blame the other person for what you assumed or what your assumption was. That was your assumption.
You shouldn't blame, but you can. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can create all these feelings. You can create this mindset. You can create this hatred. And the only thing that's keeping, and again, this is just theory, right?
Right, yeah.
Let's say this happened. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's keeping D-Rock from actually popping big day one that he gets out is maybe Big's putting money on his books.
Yeah.
When he gets out, maybe Big picked him up in a stretch limo. Honey's in the car, liquor, whatever. Hey, I got you. Here's your apartment, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. And now D-Rock's just like, okay, let me milk this cash cow for as much as I can. Oh, Puff's the man? Let me get in nice with the man right here. Let me talk to him. Let me do this. Let me do that. And again, this is just theory, right? This is like the negative, dark side of the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you were to create a narrative of how would D-Rock prosper from Big's death, maybe he got in with Puff in such a way where, hey, I see that you might have had your hand in Pac dropping, we all know now dead rappers make more money than live ones. So what you think, Puff? You think there's something we can do, something we can get? Give me a split, give me something, work something out. We don't know.
We don't. But I guess the biggest problem I would have is Big is not Pac. So Pac was a workaholic. Pac worked and worked and worked and worked. So let's just say, for instance, Pac had over 720 songs that didn't come out. Okay. Big didn't have that. Like, Big had the Life After Death album that was coming out. And then what came out after that Born Again album?
That was pieced together. That was a puzzle.
So it's like, what benefit will Puffy have off of him? I guess. No, yeah, like,
I mean, you got the masters, you got the money. Yeah. So when he's dead, you're just gonna recoup more money. But at the same time, say, okay, another theory, right?
Yeah.
Say Puff was fearful of losing Big.
Which he probably was.
At the end of the day, bro, Big, I'm sorry, there's no Bad Boy without Big.
No.
You know what I mean? Craig Mack wasn't really moving the shit.
No,
he didn't really have anybody else. Flavor in Your Ear was dope, but it was a song.
Yeah.
There was no body of work that was dope. So out of pride, I think J. Cole said it best, pride is the devil, Yeah. Out of pride, he don't want Big to leave, start his own shit, or go with somebody else, right? And maybe Puff saw the opportunity. Okay, Pac's gone.
Yep.
If something happens to Big, they're gonna automatically spin this as East versus West. Yep. Why? Because Vibe magazine already put that narrative out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, Let me work something out. Let me do something. Okay, let's do. He's got this song going to Cali. All right, let's do his album release party in Cali. Perfect trap. Okay, he gets D-Rock involved somehow because it still doesn't make sense. Why is D-Rock driving that car? Why isn't security driving that car? Why isn't a driver driving that car?
I thought that their security guy was driving the car, and D-Rock and Puffy was in the back.
No, C's was in the back.
C's was in another car.
C's was behind Big.
Okay, so where was Puffy? Puffy was in another car.
Puffy was in another vehicle.
Okay, so I think it was okay. Then it was C's and D-Rock was in the back, and one of the security guys was driving Big's car. Because it wasn't like Suge Knight and Pac, which I don't understand that one either. But that's another day for another story.
We gonna have to check because I want to say it was D-Rock driving, Biggie was in the front, C's was behind him, and C's was complaining because Biggie's leg was messed up, so he had to roll the seat all the way back. So C's is back there like this, scrunched up, and then you got security next to C's.
But why? Yeah, I think it's reversed. I think D-Rock was next to C's because I remember in the movie they was telling Big like, you got that man, you got that, you the king and all this other stuff. And I believe it was one of the security guards that was driving. But we'll fact check it just to.
No, we don't fact check it. That's the theory. We don't fact check here. So the other car was security was driving Puff.
Yeah.
Puffy was in the front.
Yeah.
Gene was behind Puff. And then I think they had another security detail next to Gene. But I recall Gene saying Puff out of nowhere reclined his seat all the way back and had Gene like this. And Gene was like, dude, roll your seat up. Like, I can't move. Like, what are you doing? Mm. And Puff was like, whatever. Just stay like that. That's kind of fishy too. Why would you trap your security like that?
I am going to say I personally don't think D-Rock had anything to do with it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Puffy had something to do with it. Because like you said, after the Pac died and the whole East Coast West Coast thing was still kind of going on per se, you can milk that easily, and you can easily blame the West Coast because he died on the West Coast for that. Like it wouldn't have been hard to do. And I do think Big was definitely going to leave Bad Boys. I don't even think he wanted to be on Bad Boys in the first place, to be honest with you. From what an interview I heard with Pac saying, Big was asking him to be on Thug Life. He wanted to be one of Pac's guys. But Pac told him, no, Puffy will have you set up better than I can right now.
So to throw a monkey wrench in these theories, right? Because there's one thing that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Let's say our theories are true, right?
Hmm?
Puff did all this, D-Rock, whatever. How does DJ Quick know that something's going to go down?
I don't think DJ Quick knew much of anything, honestly. I think he's just talking because DJ, he's a blood. He's associated with the Bloods. Well, he is a Blood. And, you know, it's been rumored that it was a Blood that killed Big. One named Poochie was the one that most people say is the one that killed Big, allegedly. But I don't think DJ Quick knows much of anything about that situation. Like he said, I think he's just talking.
I mean, it's a scary assumption,
yeah,
but it's an easy assumption to make.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Pac's dead. You're New York, East versus West. What the fuck is you doing in Cali? They gonna kill you. Like, what are you doing? You know got Mace going to a celebrity NBA game or whatever, and people are mad dogging him, Mace is freaking out like, yo, I ain't with this. Mace, I don't even think Mace went to the party.
He didn't.
Well,
Because he got a he. The crazy part is, if you listen to what Mace said, he got a tip about something that was going to happen.
yeah.
And he told them about that, and Puffy just was like, he kind of blew it off type thing. And the worst part is, they were supposed to have been gone. They were supposed to, they were supposed to catch a flight to, what was it, London
They're
or something
supposed to
like
go
that?
to Paris, I think.
Paris, yeah.
Yeah.
But Big said, no, we're gonna stay here. You gonna let your artist decide that? No. And Big gonna get on the radio and diss Pac in Cali with that
But
little.
is there audio that says Big decided to stay? Like, is there video that says no, we're gonna stay here?
We gotta go off
Or
Puff word.
or is this hearsay?
That's what Puffy said.
That don't sound right. That don't sound right. Because Big's about that money. Yes, he's a lazy rapper, but he ain't going nowhere if he ain't getting paid.
Right.
So to miss out on London money,
Yeah.
knowing that Jay-Z's been doing that for years, going out there making that money, he knows there's money out there. No, man.
It's fishy. It's a lot of fishy things. I think we need to come back and get more details a little bit on both the situations, and we need to talk about it. I think these are great subjects to talk about, honestly, because it's a lot to dive into. It is a lot to dive into.
For the record, you hate Puff anyway, so
I do hate Puff.
you. Man. So going back, you got all these rappers and R&B singers and everybody around them, executives, all this. Everybody's quiet, man. Do you think they're just do you think, man, it might even see, this industry could be so shisty where until this man is behind bars, that's when everybody's gonna come out. Oh yeah, I knew he did it. Oh yeah, we knew this, we knew that. Like, why hasn't Steve Harvey said anything?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
What is he gonna say?
Bro, his daughter was banging Puff.
His daughter banged everybody. Like, what's
Okay. But there's a history there. He knows something. Everybody knows something. Everybody's seeing something.
But that's how it goes, though, bro. Like, look at the whole R. Kelly situation. How many stories now you hear come out where people talk about R. Kelly? I just heard one with what is his name? He used to be the host of MTV. Bill Bellamy. Bill Bellamy. He just told a R. Kelly story about when he was interviewing Aaliyah, and R. Kelly got mad because and he was like, bro, I don't want her. She's like a kid. She like 12. Like,
oh my gosh.
But he got pissed off because that was his wife at the time. And like, stories are coming out. Like, once you are in jail or once people start opening up, all it takes is one person to open up, and then everybody comes out with the stories that they had about you. And same thing with Puffy. Like, look how many stories now is out with Puffy. It's like a new one every day, bro. Like, every day somebody got a new Puffy. And you think the feds and all them people ain't watching all this stuff? He is something on him that they have that they like, bam, we can nail you now. Because they took too long. They took their sweet time on this one. And all I'm gonna say is, good riddance. Bye. Lock his ass up next to R. Kelly.
Yeah, man. You know what sucks? Like, you've heard the old saying, like, don't meet your heroes, right?
Yep.
Because they're gonna let you down.
Yep.
Like, it's almost like in certain situations, I don't want to know about the rapper's life. I don't want to know about the actor's background
Yeah,
because it ruins that mystique. It ruins the whole thing. Like
it does.
the legacy that he destroyed.
Yeah, yep, killed it.
Like there was a time that everybody wanted to be on Bad Boy.
Mhm.
It was held as the highest prestige.
Yep.
Everybody wanted to go to a Puffy party.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody wanted to witness what's Cristal? What's that? I'm sorry, he put Cristal on the map.
He did.
You know, when Russell Simmons came out with Fat Farm, Puffy saw that, and I remember the first shirt, just a white tee, and it said Sean John.
Yeah. Yep.
People went bananas over that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting into TV, getting into putting his hands on everything, running a marathon, raising money for that, vote or die
Yep.
campaign. Like the man was on a roll. And I don't know. Do you think that there's some point you get so rich or so famous that regular stuff just doesn't do it anymore? Like
Yeah,
you have to take it to an extreme.
I do. I think people get bored, or certain people are more egotistic. I think Puffy is one of those egotistic people that feels like his power let him gets away with everything because he has the money, he has the power, he can do whatever he wants, type of thing. He's always been a cocky asshole. Like I don't know why people never kind of watched it before, but I always say he was a cocky asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's hard is like you have to find the balance between being cocky and being just confident,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Like I never seen him humble himself.
No.
You know, like he fucked up with J Lo. Like everybody knows he did. He fucked up big time, and he came out with the song "I Need a Girl," blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But bro, you could have easily just said it. Be like, look, I'm sorry. This
Mm-hmm.
is what went on. I'm just a man. I got feelings and urges and this and that. He could have made a full fledged apology, and he would have shined on it. You
Yep.
know, woulda, coulda, shoulda done a lot of stuff. But what happens? Do you think it's just pure ego, or do you think it's a combination of ego, drugs, accessibility, being around yes men? Because I don't see OGs around him. Like
But that's the biggest thing, bro.
where's the OG? Like where
But to him, why does he need that?
you gotta have an OG. If you're in something like that kind of business, you need somebody to be like, bro,
He
you're messing up.
he got rid of those people. He don't like people. He don't like people to tell him no. Like how many people you know have that type of money have they have yes men around them because they like to hear the word yes. They don't like people to tell them they're doing something wrong. They hate that. It's like an ego thing. I'm gonna keep going back to his ego. He has a big ass ego. You can't tell that man anything. Look how he got Bad Boy. Like he, that's just who he is. That's who he is as a person. Like there is no denying it. He has a bunch of yes men around him. Of course he does. And
See,
this is
that's
what happens when you have yes men around you.
yeah. He buried himself. Speaking of buried, I saw a video. They destroyed the building that housed Bad Boy Records. Like it's
Yep.
gone. It ain't there. Like, damn, dude.
Yeah, you sent that to me. I was shocked on that one. That's
Uh,
crazy.
and literally, I think the caption said, "If those walls could talk, the stories that it would tell." Like it's insane, man. But man, I guess you know, I say this a lot. I've got 3 teenage girls,
Yep.
and I tell my girls all the time, you know, be careful what you do, be careful what you say, because karma is real.
Yep.
Karma is a bitch. Ain't no running away from karma. You could
Nope.
avoid it and dodge it, but eventually it's gonna come. It's gonna hit you in the face.
Yep.
So you literally you reap what you sow. Like you gotta move right, and the universe will pay you back. You
He
move
will.
right, the universe will pay you back. You move wrong, the universe is gonna pay you back. So that's a lesson that Puff has to learn now. Do you think he's gonna do the whole cliche? I'm gonna give my life to God now, or I'm gonna be Muslim, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, just to make his life a little easier in prison. I could see him doing that shit too.
I mean, yeah, in prison he probably will do that. That would probably be his thing. I mean, whatever. You need to seek something. Help. Seek help while you in there too, because you're gonna be in there for a long time.
And what sucks, man, what sucks about it is, and we talked about this before,
Mm-hmm.
the black community is so forgiving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is so forgiving.
So
Do you think there's just like a glimmer of hope that if he does this, right, if he gives his life to God,
yeah.
which is just an out,
Mm-hmm.
that there's gonna be that forgiveness put on him.
Well, there are gonna be some. There are gonna be some. Hell, there's some that walking around with free R. Kelly signs. Like, yeah, exactly. It's cringe. So of course you're gonna have a bunch of you got idiots that's gonna vote for Trump. You got idiots that want R. Kelly free. You got idiots that gonna be like Puppy getting set up. There's always the idiot groups. Now I know the black community gonna be like, what the hell, corn, whatever. That's how it goes. Sorry, I'm an honest ass person. So yeah, there will be some, but I think majority is like they are now. Like fuck him. We seen what you did. We know what type of person you are for real. No, he gonna disappear, go away. Somebody else gonna do something stupid that's gonna make us forget about Puffy, and then that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, it's sad.
Or theory, he can play the ultimate bad guy, and he can go to jail, and he can get a book deal, movie deal, series, whatever, and just be like, "Yep, I did it, and this is how I did it." Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, never do that.
Why not?
His
Why
ego
not?
won't let him do.
Honest, why not?
He will never do that. He will
Do
do. He might do a book deal and a movie deal, but it will be his words, and he will make himself look as innocent as possible.
but if you're found guilty
It won't matter.
and you're in jail,
Won't matter.
think about that theory though. That's a pretty dope theory. I'm
It
gonna
would
play the
be.
ultimate supervillain.
I mean, I would do something like that. You make more money, but again, that money ain't going to you. That money's going to go to your lawyers and your kids and stuff like that, and the people that's suing you. Oh,
It'll.
but
I mean, it can go to your state. You can put money in the state, and it just grows while it's in there.
yeah, but you ain't getting out. So
Do you think he's gonna do life? I don't think he's gonna do life.
I think he's going to do long. You got to remember, Puffy ain't young.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you know what? It sucks because this justice system, you can go to jail for 5 to 10 years for having 2 pounds of weed on you,
Mhm.
but you can grape small people and go to jail for 3 years. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I know that is true. Like our system is so stupid. It's a lot that needs to change with that as well. I mean, I guess as long as he goes to jail for something, I'm fine. As long as he goes to jail for something, like there has to be something he goes to jail for, because I think he did a lot of stuff. I really truly do.
if he walks out tomorrow morning
Yeah.
on a scale from 1 to 10,
Hmm.
10 being absolutely, one being not a chance in hell,
Okay.
is he gonna run?
I'm gonna say a 2. I don't think he's gonna run. I think it all depends on the charges also. Like, we still don't know what the charges are. We're just guessing at this point. But it depends on what the charges are if he runs or not. And now he's not gonna be able to run because they're gonna have eyes on him.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's not gonna be able to go anywhere.
Not only eyes, but whoever's near him, whoever's around him 24/7. All they gotta do is whisper in his ear. You know,
Yep.
Wear these earrings that Kamala had at the debate, and blink twice if you're in trouble. Man, it's crazy. But you know what? I'm excited because I want to see how it plays out. I want to know what he's going to do.
Yep.
I like all the theories that we put out there, and I just hope that we find out what happens.
Yeah, I hope so too.
This life, everything that's happened, this would make an amazing series, and I think 50 is the best person to come out with it. And yeah, this would be dope. This would be dope. Play it from all angles.
Yeah.
D-Rock set Biggie up. Puffy didn't want Big to leave. Puff's in jail. He's going to play the ultimate supervillain. Yep, I did it. This is how I did it. Boom, 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 boom. Where's my money? You know, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Or I did it. I'm sorry. I gave my life. I'm Muslim now. You know, or I'm sorry. I did it. You know, just pray for me. Boom, boom, boom. And he ends up doing something in this prison cell. Because he weak. I'm sorry. If you that egotistical, you're going to be weak as hell sitting in that cell by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or next to a young, strong person that's sitting at the bottom bunk. Your ass is going to be in the top bunk. And he's just going to wait for you to hop off so you can hop on. So, I mean, it's going to be some interesting stuff. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Puff, I hope you get everything you deserve, my man. Everything. Everything you deserve. I'm still going to play your music. I'm sorry, hate me, whatever. I don't care. I'm still going to play. I don't even say his music. I'm still going to play Bad Boy stuff. You know, I listen to The Lox. I listen to Big. I listen to Black Rob. I listen to Mace, you know.
It's fine.
But man, you built something and destroyed it in such a way that it ain't never coming back.
Nope. Done.
So, you said it best. Good riddance. Because what a shame. What a shame. With that being said, we're going to close this one out. We want to hear your guys' theories as well. What do you think? Did D-Rock set him up? Is Gene lying his ass off? Is Gene just milking this for what it's worth? Did Big know something was going to go down? Did Big set this whole thing up and hired some stupid shooters that shot the wrong car and they should have shot Puff? I mean, let us know. I don't know. Let us know. And if anybody wants to fact check, let me know if D-Rock was driving or not. I ain't checking that. But anyway, this is the JK Theory. You want to reach out to us, hit us up on our email, thejktheory@gmail.com. I'm Jay.
I'm K.
This is the JK Theory. Until next time, peace.
Peace.